Welcome back to Bombadil Tree Farm.
An American Tree Farm System certified family forest since 1978 and the proud recipient of Maine's Outstanding Tree Farmer of the Year Award for the year 2022. We ended Chapter 8 and Chapter 9 of this series impressed with the growth our seedlings had put on after completing their third and fourth growing seasons in the ground. In this Chapter 10 video, we will return to take a look at how well they are doing after having had one more season to grow. In the 2-acre block that we call the Lone Pine Stand, its boundary outlined in gold, the seedlings, now saplings, continue to put on amazing growth, with many now exceeding 2 meters in height. Yes, they are no longer seedlings. They are now saplings. In the Chapter 8 video in this series, you witnessed this autumn 2023 photo showing a tree measuring 36 inches or 91 centimeters in height. And in the Chapter 9 video, you encountered the same tree again a year later in September 2024, now 61 inches or 155 centimeters tall. Well, here it is again this past autumn in October 2025, now too tall for me to reach its top without bending it over. And this is another one of many around 2 meters tall. Seedlings planted in the herbicide untreated 2-acre block, outlined in gray, continued their impressive growth. In both the Chapter 8 and Chapter 9 videos of this series, I had commented on the expansion of mostly herbaceous weeds that were not harming and possibly even benefiting our young trees. I had expressed my confidence that our seedlings, now saplings, had already outpaced the weedy competition and would win the race without any further herbicide application. In this photo and following video clip, taken in October 2025, it is apparent that few saplings have not reached their heads above the weedy competition, and only one tree showed evidence of leader damage, and I am far from convinced that it resulted from white pine weevil attack. I remain hopeful that the enveloping weeds will deter weevil attack and shall watch closely over future years. Over our 50 years of stewardship, we have practiced what only in recent years has come to be called ecological forestry. The fundamental concept in ecological forestry is that management of a forest is about more than growing a crop of trees. It is about management decisions that consider all elements of the forest community to the benefit of all. Believe it or not, that is not a difficult thing to do. All it takes is knowledge of and respect for nature's ways and nature's secrets. In an ever-expanding area of secondary old-growth forest, resulting from half a century of such guided intervention, for years now we have provided habitat for wildlife that rely on old-growth forests. This approximately 100-year-old hemlock and red spruce have attracted pileated woodpeckers for several years, and I believe the red spruce provided a nesting cavity for a mated pair a couple years ago, based upon what I believe was the downy head of a chick I once saw peering out of the bottom hole. And here is a dead aspen less than 200 meters away that pileated woodpeckers, likely the same ones, have torn to shreds during the past year in order to feast upon the insects inside. During this winter's timber harvest, I was lucky to catch on video this coyote hunting for rodents in the slash and churned up snow of my harvest site. Aside from Kathy and me, Bombadil Tree Farm's human visitors are infrequent and do not show aggression towards top of the food chain predators. As a result, we encounter bears, fishers, and coyotes, not to mention raptors, that typically flee upon their first scent or sight of humans. Ecological forestry is not achieved on an individual few hundred acres, but demands consideration of the vast forest landscape. We are extremely fortunate in that Bombadil Tree Farm adjoins to its east and south tens of thousands of acres of undeveloped commercial forest land whose owners and managers are similarly committed, and the couple hundred acres that we provide embellish their efforts. Should you desire to explore this topic in depth, I suggest this textbook, designed for university-level forestry students. It is neither a quick nor cliffhanger read, and at over 600 pages, a challenging although very productive undertaking. Until next time, Kathy and I bid you a fond farewell from Bombadil Tree Farm, where every day is Earth Day.